What's up? What's up, everybody? How you doing, man? Miss making a video yesterday, but it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Sometimes you need a break. Sometimes you need a break. Like and subscribe if you like this video. Leave me a comment, man. My social media links will be in the description. I'll be bringing another video out with my prop bets and prize picks. So you all stay tuned for that. Try to make that video short and sweet. Try to make this video short and sweet. Make sure you got Twitter. Twitter is a must-have, man. You got to have Twitter. Make sure you're following at Fantasy Labs NBA so you can get the all the injury news right at the palm of your hands. Turn on notifications for them. Let it roll. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to all my followers. I can't thank you guys enough. Let's get right into it. I'm just going to pop out a few guys that I like from each team, drop in, drop out. The slate really doesn't start to 1 or 2 hours before lock. That's when all your research, if you've been researching all through the day, it can get screwed right up. Because we get a lot of news that's coming out. You need to be glued. You need to be glued. Now, let's get right into it. Starting off with the Golden State in Orlando. Draymond Green popped up questionable. Evan Fournier is questionable for this game. James Ennis is questionable. So, that's news right off the back that we'll have right before lock. So that's a good thing. These two teams just played. I think Vucevic had a 55 and Curry had like a 64 or 67 or something of the nature. Vucevic had a 54. He's in a great spot. Curry, he had 64 against these guys, and that was a 67, my bad. But, it was a pretty nice game. In the event of Draymond Green being out, you can look at somebody like last time, who got the start? But he didn't play that many minutes. What's his name? Mulder got the start, so he didn't play that many minutes. So, main beneficiaries from that was guys like Eric Paschal. Paschal played like, 32 minutes, and then you had Kent Bazemore, who played 38 minutes. Is 38 minutes, and he had 48. Last game he had 48 fantasy points, and that's when Draymond Green sat out. So, you can look to those guys, But as far as the rest of this game, Curry and Nikola Vucevic, they stand out. Terrence Ross has been in on the heated list lately, and Terrence Ross, Kelly Oubre, he's just, and Wiggins, they do it the same thing what they do every night. Kelly Oubre has been playing pretty good as of late, but I just don't think I'll be able to get there with the value that we have and we'll get to. Denver and Cleveland. We already know the deal between about the deal with Nikola Jokic, not Jokovic. So Andre Drummond, he won't be playing. Love, no. Will Barton is questionable he was out for personal reasons. Jamal Green is questionable. Paul Millsap and Larry Nance are still out. Taurian Prince is out. Gary Harris is out. Somehow, Matthew Dellavedova popped up questionable. PJ Dozier is still out. So, it's what you see is what you get, especially with the Denver side of things. Jamal, we know what we got in the Joker. It doesn't matter if you just want to play him. Jamal Murray, usage just went through the roof. You know what I'm saying? Especially last game against Washington. He just, he's somebody who takes, and when he's on, he's going to make the shots. He's shooting plenty threes, especially his last 4 games. He shot at least 8 threes. He took 25 shots last game. Of course, they were short-handed, but, you know, at 8K, I don't know if I'll be able to get there. His price is on Fanduel is $7,500. There might be some other options or some, you know, some other places I might want to pay up today. So you know, that's something to keep in mind. But you know, I don't know if I'll be able to get there. Michael Porter Jr. He rebounded. He had a pretty decent out in the last game because he's been wetting the bed. If Will Barton come back, I like Will Barton. I don't know if I'll be able to get there to him, but I do like Will Barton if he comes back. And that's it. You know, Monte Morris, he's just been a pretty decent backup. You know, that's what he is, man. He's just a decent backup, man. So they really like this guy, Campazzo. I had him that first game that he really, when he went minutes heavy against Boston and they played 40 minutes. Other than that, I haven't looked back at him. I probably won't be able to get to him. On the Cleveland side of things, it's just a ton of injuries, just like over there in Denver. Jokic will see Jared Allen. You know, over here, you have to play two centers. He should see the bulk of the minutes now that Andre Drummond is out. You probably see, barring any foul trouble, you probably see, you know, 30 minutes or better, barring any foul trouble. I don't mind if you want to get to him or not. I just probably won't. But you can place two centers on DraftKings. You'll get him on Fanduel for $7,400. So you'll get him for $600 cheaper on DraftKings. So you know it is what it is with that one. A play that I really don't mind going to is Darius Garland. He's going to spike that upside that we're looking for. You know, that 35 to 40, over that 40 fantasy point mark. He'll probably see some defense from Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray is not that great of a defender. And he's priced pretty nicely. So he's somebody that a cheap option that if you want to go get from this game. He's priced the same on both sites. And an even cheaper option in the absence of Larry Nance Jr. and Taurian Prince is Chetty Osman, under 5K. We know his usage is there. You know, he's someone who will take, you know, given the minutes and opportunity, he'll take upwards of 14, 15 shots, a few rebounds here and there. You know, it is what it is. I don't mind the play. I don't know if I'll be able to get there, but the minutes will be there for him. You'll get him on FanDuel for $4,200. That's $600 cheaper. If you're really, really looking to be really sneaky and shit like that, you can look at somebody like Javel Mcgee. DraftKings only play for me. He's a high fantasy point per minute type of guy. So he'll come in and give you a decent amount of fantasy points in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. You know, last time these two teams played, he came in for 11 minutes and gave you 20 fantasy points. So there you have that under the Stars and Scrubs Act. Moving on along to Atlanta and Boston. Keep an eye out for Jaylen Brown. He's sporting a Q tag. Smart's still out. Hunter's still out. Rondo, you know, Bogdanovich. That's probably it for the significant injuries. These two teams just played, and Trae Young had a pretty nice game. He had 57 fantasy points in 35 minutes, right along with Jason Tatum had a good game as well. 55 fantasy points in 35 minutes. Jason Tatum did say he was battling, you know, he still was struggling with the illness. So he's just playing through it. He's under 9K. He's 8,800 on DraftKings. And On Fanduel, you'll get Jason Tatum for $9,400, so you get him $600 cheaper on DraftKings. And Trae Young is at a reasonable price of $4,500 on Fanduel. I don't mind the Trae Young play. I don't mind the Jason Tatum play. If Jaylen Brown is out, then you know it is what it is. You can fire them boys up. You can fire them up either way it goes. In the event that Jaylen Brown does miss, Kemba Walker did not play that game. I'm not scared of his defense, but he might see a bump. Kemba's still on a 30-minute cap, a mid. I call it a mid cap, but and then if Brown miss, the value is not that sexy. You'll get like some Peyton Pritchard or whatever the case may be, but the value is not that sexy over here. You'll get somebody like Kemba Walker for $6,500, and I just don't like that he's on that minutes cap. $6,200 on FanDuel just limits his upside. Daniel Tice will be back, and then you got guys like Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson, you probably see mid-20s, something like that. Cam Reddish is somebody they really need him to step up bad. He's been playing this last 3 games has been okay. We need him to be right there. I probably won't get to him, but they need him to step up bad. Herter as well. Clint Capela is somebody that I consider. On FanDuel, on DraftKings, you'll get him for $7,200, and we know what he can do. He can smash that price tag. On FanDuel, you'll get him for $8K. So I like him on DraftKings, and him and Trae Young is probably the only guys I'll probably be looking for on their side. Moving over to Chicago and Philly. My Chicago Bulls going up against Philly. Ben Simmons is more like probable today. So I'll be looking for him to play. Otto Porter's still out. Shake Biller, Milton rocking the Q-tag, and that's about it for the significant injuries. The only couple guys I'll probably be looking at over here on the Bulls side is like Zach LaVine, really probably, man. He's taking all the shots, and rightfully so. His last, 7-8 games, he's took 21 shots or better. The most shot attempts in that time span he's took was 26. And you like to see the aggressiveness from him. Kobe White, I just probably won't get there. He's a GPP, Thad Young, and all that. Wendell Carter has a tough matchup. He is 5,200 though. Last game he played 27 minutes. So that's something to look out there. Thomas Satoransky has been coming off the bench playing well. He's been playing well in his minutes. Gary Temple has been playing a whole bunch of fucking minutes, and he's somebody, who could be of value. So at 4K, you might be able to look at him. If you're looking for a salary, saving guy that's going to be out there and could probably spark an upside for that price tag, he's 4K. And on the Philly side of things, Joel Embiid can smash these motherfuckers. He can house smash the Bulls. It is what it is. Tobias Harris has been on a heater. His last 2 games, he had 58 fantasy points. So, man, it's good to see from him sparking the upside, man. I almost had him last game against Houston. I don't even know why I got off of him, man. I got off of him like a dummy. Seth Curry. Seth Curry is somebody who would probably see some defense from Kobe White. I'm not a fan of Kobe White's defense. Steph Curry, he's, he can spark some upside at that price tag. Against Houston, he had 38 fantasy points, so that's somebody you can look out to, and he hits the 3. And another cheaper option for the Bulls is the rookie Patrick Williams. The minutes will be there for him. He doesn't shoot the ball a ton, so that's my worries about him. But at 4,800, he's somebody you can look at. I probably won't get there though. Detroit and Memphis. Injury situation over here. Jackson is still out. Dylan Brooks is rocking the Q tag. Blake Griffin will not play. DeAnthony Milton is rocking the Q tag. He might be back. Desmond Bain just came off the injured list. Demboye sporting the Q tag, and that's about it for the significant injuries there. I really like some Jonas Valanciunas and John Morant here. Jonas Valanciunas is in a really, really good spot because I like to target bigs against Memphis. Kyle Anderson has been playing well. He's in a good spot as well because he can rebound. He's a great rebounder for his size and his position. You see 5'6", and then the assist is there. So he does a little bit of everything. 5 steals, 1 steal, 4 steal, so he's somebody that you can look at. His price has risen though at $6,400 on DraftKings, and he's gotten all the way up to $7K on Fanduel. So you're gonna have to pause and think about it. In the event of Dylan Brooks, if he happens to miss this game, you can look at guys like Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain might draw the start, so he's somebody who can spark a little bit of upside on that price tag. Given the opportunity, before he left and before the injury or whatever, he was playing 20, upwards of 25 minutes. And that's awesome for a rookie. They spread the minutes around through these guards. Grayson Allen is someone you can look for some surefire three-pointers, especially if he gets the minutes. He has taken 10.3 pointers last game, 5, 3, 10, 12, but he's been efficient for 3, man. He's not just taking them, he's also making them. 6 for 10, 2 for 5, 2 for 3, 6 for 10, 5 for 12, 3 for 6. He's been making that damn 3. All my 3-point prop bettors and shit like that out there, and then he's been getting minutes in the absence of DeAnthony Milton and shit like that. He's been getting a decent amount of minutes. He's earning them. He's giving you a little bit of everything. So Grayson Allen at $4,900. You'll probably get Grayson Allen at about $5,100 over here. What was it? I thought I seen it earlier. Grayson Allen, $4,700 on Fanduel. Moving on over to the OKC and Milwaukee game. Milwaukee has been getting their ass beat up. I'm going to let you know that right now. We already know that. Middleton is somebody who burned me last night. He burned me 2 games in a row. That motherfucker get on my nerves right now. So anyway, Jrue Holiday sporting a Q tag. And, that's about it. Everybody, this OKC team is back, back fake healthy right now. So ABC, he's in play. I was thinking about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander earlier, and he's actually in a decent spot. Personally, I think he's in a decent spot. I probably don't, if he's looking to be aggressive, man, he can do some damage here, Al Horford. I like bigs against Milwaukee, man. I don't mind him. These teams just played. He gave him a 43 fantasy point output, 27 and 9. He can give you something in each category. Rebounds, points, and assists. He just has a high basketball IQ. He knows how to play the game. The old vet. I don't know if I'll be able to get to anyone else, though, truthfully. The Dorts, the Beasleys, and, all of that. The minutes should be spreaded out, Maladon is an interesting play because I know the minutes will be there for him. So, he's somebody that you could probably look to, man. So, at $4,700 on DraftKings and at on Fanduel, what is his price on Fanduel? Let's see. Thought he was at the 2. He's probably at the 1. So, Maladon, $5,500. So, they got him jacked up. And from I'm not afraid to go back to the well on Middleton. He might see some defense from Dort. Like I said, ABC, it is what it is with him. He's just in a phenomenal spot. And them the only, keep an eye out on the Drew Holiday news. You know what I'm saying? If he's back, then, he's somebody that they really, really, really need because they've been getting their ass beat up. Phoenix and New Orleans. I just, on the Phoenix side of things, everybody, there's no injuries to report here. So, Devin Booker, Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton for me. One of those guys. But, I think, if I'm mistaken, Crowder, he's been playing good as of late, crushing his price tag 3 out of the last 4. I don't know if he got inserted back into the starting lineup. I don't know. Don't give me the lion. But, he can be a fake decent option at 4,800 here, But he'll have a tough matchup. He is somebody who does, given the opportunity, take the 3. He likes to shoot the 3. 4 for 13 here and 3 for 9, so he will take the 3. But Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton, Ayton is in a good spot, especially if there's no Steven Adams. He's in a good spot. I forgot to say, Steven Adams, he is questionable, so that's something we need to look out for there. He is questionable, so we need that news. But, he is in a good spot, especially if there's no Adams. You can look there. Chris Paul, he can give you upside on this price tag, so that's something to keep in mind. He will spark some upside. Devin Booker, I just, he's 8K. I don't know, man. I probably won't get there. Zion Williamson, he's just been, from a basketball standpoint, he's been ultra good, man. In X amount of games, he's just been, he's been playing some good ball. Love to see these 50s, man. Love to see these 50s. It looked like he's at a decent tip-top condition, health-wise, and that's awesome to see. 50 fantasy points, back-to-back outings, a couple 44s. He's still priced okay at $8,400. On Fanduel, you'll get him for $8,700. On DraftKings, he's just been like a nice ultra cash play, Brandon Ingram, somebody who I haven't been playing. I just, I don't think I'll be able to get there, truthfully. You can if you want. Lonzo Ball's been aggressive lately, shooting a 3, taking 10 threes, 7 threes, 7 threes, 10 threes, 10 threes there. And, he's been hitting some of them, so he's been shooting that 3 ball. But, anybody else, I can't get to nobody else. But in the event of Steven Adams missing this game, you can look to a really, really chalky Hernan Gomez, who was already getting ready to get minutes anyway, stealing minutes from he was already stealing minutes from Adams anyway, so you can look to him. He will be chalky. He'll probably be chalky anywhere it goes, and that's about it, man. Over here to the Toronto and Minnesota game, these two teams just played as well. Keep an eye out for the Kyle Lowry news. He's sporting a Q tag. I think he's I don't know. We'll have to see. So if he misses, right here with the, it's like always the usual suspects. It is what it was. When he missed the last game, Bembry came in and started for him. So let me see. Why is my internet acting dumb? They just didn't want to pull up Bembry. Let's see. Right, so he played 37 minutes. Low usage type of guy. He only took three shots, whatever, whatnot. They still pulled it off against Milwaukee, so there you have that. But Norman Powell, he's somebody who I always like to point out. If Kyle Lowry will miss this game, I think he's the biggest beneficiary. You'll get him at Fanduel for 5,800. Now, he took a hit the game before this. OG and Anunoby got into. He decided to play. He got inserted into the starting lineup. In this game right here, the first game against Milwaukee, they ended up winning the game, but he played 34 minutes, but the usage wasn't there for him. You know. Fast forward to this game right here. Lowry didn't play, and, you know, he jumped right back up in the usage column, you know. So, like I say, when OG was out, you know, and I had pointed this out already, he just lived in the 20 real points categories for most of the time. You know, 23, you know, for most of the time, you know. The boy gets buckets, man. He gets buckets. You got to watch out for him. He's a bucket, for real, for real. So, and then, like I say, OG, I just, you know, at 5,800 on DraftKings, he's in consideration. Whatever his price is on Fanduel, I don't know. Let me see. 6,400. So if you're considering him, you can look at DraftKings. He's small forward and power forward eligible. You know these guys, the usual suspect for Toronto, they always plan the minutes. So, you know, Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam. If Lowry's out, Norman Powell is probably my favorite play. And then on the Minnesota side of things, like I said, these teams just played. Big Cat is 9,200 on DraftKings, and on FanDuel, you'll get him for 9,300. He's coming around, though, you know. He just had, against Indiana, he just had 53 fantasy points, 30 and 10. That's what we like. You know, them shots starting to creep up, them shot attempts, you know, up there close to 20, starting to creep up. So, Cat is definitely in play for that 9,200, for sure. Malik Beasley, he's priced up. I can't get there at that price. Anthony Edwards, the usage is going up for him. Nas Reed somehow dropped 40-something fantasy points in 18 minutes and 42 fantasy points in 18 minutes against Indiana, but I won't be able to get to him. Jerry Vanderbilt has been starting. I do have some interest in him. So, you know, last time these two teams played, he had 27 fantasy points in 23 minutes. He can contribute in each and every category. And last but not least, Ricky Rubio has been playing okay as of late. The price is high. I probably won't be able to get there to him, though. But having Cat around has been great for him. And then we just got a slurry in this last game. We got a slew of injuries. This is the last game of the night. We'll have to wait it out. You know, Kawhi sporting a Q tag, George Q tag, Conley Q tag, Batum Q tag, Luke Kennard Q tag. It's just Q-tip over here. This is the fucking Q-tip game. But anyway, I mean, I just don't, you know, I can't really, you know, it is what it is. The game is not that appealing to me anyway. I do like Rudy Gobert's price tag. It's 7,300. Last time these two teams played, he gave these boys 55 fantasy points, 20 and 20, 7,300. I just like the price tag. He can hit value. We know that. And, you know, Jordan Clarkson, you know, he's been killing it as of late, but, you know, we really need some news so we can sort this shit out. Hopefully there's so much news, hopefully we get some of it before lock, if not all of it. You know, so I can't really just pinpoint, you know, who I like and which way I want to go, you know. Donovan Mitchell had a nice game for the last time out, so, you know, and he's been killing it, you know, but we need to hear some Conley news. So, you know, with that being said, man, I'm wrapping it up. It is what it is, guys, man. Thank you guys for coming out and watching and listening and everything else. Peace out.